Here's a little story. Back in 2020, my first ever national race, one of the biggest in the country, rocked the Rio in Las Vegas. My performance so far has been okay, but bad rental engines set me at a disadvantage, and as a result, I found myself in the lower mid-pack. During one of the race days, however, things changed. The temperature had dropped over 20 degrees overnight, and rain had started in the morning. I know rain in Las Vegas is crazy, but it's made the parking lot track an ice rink, pretty much. It was so sudden, everyone was in a mad rush to switch settings, and most people had to go out on slicks. I was one of them, and as I rolled out onto the track, I knew it was going to be a crazy race. I survived the first lap and actually found myself making up quite a few positions. Halfway through the race, the rain started again, and I would keep making up time on my competitors, as if they were standing still. I got into the top 10, then top 5, among the best junior drivers in the country. Then somehow I found myself in second, chasing the leader. Approaching a hairpin, the leader locked up and spun, and I found myself in the lead. I just kept driving and ended up gapping the entire field and winning. One thing you need to know is that racing in the rain is the great equalizer, meaning it puts an emphasis on driver skill rather than your equipment. In this video, I'm going to tell you how you can improve this skill. But before we start, make sure to subscribe to the channel, as it would help me out a lot. I'm working on putting out more videos like these, so comment what you would like to see. I wasn't always very good in the rain. Nobody is when they first start. You probably experienced a struggle too if you're watching this video. This brings me to my first point, and that is to practice a lot in the rain. Racing in the Pacific Northwest, most of the winter is very, very rainy. Every weekend, I disciplined myself to go to the track, even if it was raining. And that experience helped me a lot when it came to the races, as other drivers had not had as much experience in these conditions as myself. Driving with slicks in the rain is also great for practicing control, and is something I've done a lot in rental karts. Chances are, if you're miserable while driving in the wet, you probably won't be very good at it. Enjoying the challenge of racing in the rain gives you a mental advantage over your competitors who hate it. A big killer of lap time in the wet is spinning the tires. Excessive wheel spin and sliding out of corners prevents you from putting the power down. It's important to be pointing straight out of each corner and squeezing the throttle, and to do this effectively, you will have to use the wet racing line. This tip is pretty universal and doesn't just apply to karts. A general rule of thumb in rain racing is to take an alternate line to what you would normally. This means getting off the racing line and looking for spots of the track that have more grip. For example, if there's a banked corner, you should drive on the outside, because the water goes downward towards the apex of the corner. Sometimes this could also mean driving onto marbles, pieces of rubber that build up at the edge of the track. This could also mean hugging the curb for extra grip. Using the wet line becomes important when there's limited visibility, as you may sometimes be forced to move out of the spray of other cars. As I said earlier, you want to eliminate any wheel spin, so take a later apex and a sharper turn in, squaring off the corner. Did you know that being big and tall actually gives you an advantage in karting in the rain? This is because you have more mass to use to your advantage. What I mean by this is that you can manage the grip of your kart by putting your weight on particular spots. This is why the best drivers in the rain lean a lot, to put more weight and to get more grip in one spot. For example, you could lean forward when turning in to help the front turn in and not understeer. You could also lean towards the outside tires to prevent drifting too much. People like me who aren't that tall even put a towel in the seat to raise the center of mass. You want this chassis to flex as much as possible through the corner, with the back wheel coming off the ground. As karts don't have any suspension, this is a skill that top rain racers use to get more grip. And this is also why OTK karts are extremely fast, because they're very soft and therefore flex more than other chassis manufacturers. Well, that's my advice for today. Hope you guys enjoyed. So yeah, I'm going to be making more content like this, so make sure to comment below what you think of the video and what else you would like to see. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.